For about 23 minutes, hundreds of people applauded the makers of the Voice of Hind Rajab, a story about the 5-year-old Palestinian girl who was killed by Israeli forces in 2024.
La Voz de Hind. Un film que investiga y recrea el asesinato de Hind Rajab, una niña palestina de 6 años que vivía en la Franja de Gaza y fue asesinada por las fuerzas de defensa de Israel durante la invasión israelí a la Franja de Gaza. El 82º Festival Internacional de Cine de Venecia la nominó para el León de Oro y fue seleccionada como mejor película internacional en la 98ª edición de los premios Oscar.
The Voice of Hind Rajab does not need our defense. This film is not an opinion or a fantasy. It is anchored in truth. Hind's story carries the weight of an entire people. Her voice is one amongst tens of thousands of children that were killed in Gaza in the last 2 years alone. It is the voice of every daughter and every son with the right to live, to dream, to exist in dignity, yet all of it was stolen in front of unblinking eyes. And these are only the voices we know. Behind every number is a story that never got to be told.
The harrowing true story relives the moment Israeli troops opened fire on the vehicle carrying Hind and her family members. Trapped inside, her cousin Layan called for help.
مرحبا عمو. الو مرحبا عمو. الو مرحبا.
ايوه بتدخل علينا الدبابه جنبك.
انتوا متخبيين؟
في السياره احنا جنبينا الدبابه.
انتوا جوا السياره؟ الو الو.
Hind survived the initial attack and picked up the call. Her last pleas for help recorded for history to remember Israel's brutal genocide.
أجي أخذك؟ حبيبتي طيب أنا يا حبيبتي رح أجي أخذك.
The family car was peppered by more than 300 Israeli bullets. Palestinian paramedics who tried to respond were also killed.
Hind's story is about a child crying out, "Save me." And the real question is, how have we let a child beg for life? No one can live in peace while even one child is forced to plead for survival.
When I heard the first time the voice of Hind Rajab, it was a feeling of helplessness and anger. And I thought that if I do a movie from the point of view of the Red Crescent employee, it will translate my feeling.
I'm about to take you into the story of an unsolved crime I've been following for a year now. The story is of the Israeli military's killing of Hind Rajab and how the US has, after a whole year, refused to hold Israel accountable. And the question remains, why? The world knows who this little girl was.
Her name is Hind Rajab.
6-year-old Hind.
Hind Rajab.
Hind was among 6 bodies found inside this car.
January 29th, 6-year-old Hind Rajab.
It's now 197 days since Hind Rajab was killed.
She kept begging, "Come get me."
Her 6-year-old daughter, Hind Rajab, was killed.
They heard her and her cousin begging for help on the phone.
انتوا متخبيين؟
في السياره احنا جنبينا الدبابه.
After those 2 girls witnessed their family get killed right in front of them, student protesters named campus buildings in honor of her. Macklemore wrote a song inspired by her. The reason Hind Rajab's case matters so much is that she is one of the most well-known victims of Israel's genocidal campaign in Gaza. Meaning, if there's any chance of the US holding Israel accountable for what seems like completely evident war crimes, you'd think it might start with the case of a little girl millions of people know about. And so, if after a year we cannot get a single actual update from the US and Israel on what's being done in response to this killing, one that doesn't immediately crumble after being even slightly interrogated, what can we expect about the thousands and thousands of other kids Israel has killed in Gaza? The story of Hind Rajab is a story of a horrific killing. It's also the story of how the United States treats Israel with total, complete, unparalleled impunity.